welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, and today we are feeling like vampires. We're living our best vampire life over here today. Is this a look I've probably done before? I'm sure I have. It's been a while since I've done some Vampy Glam and I needed it. I needed it. If you want to see how I got this look, follow along with me step by step, you can go ahead and keep on watching, but before you do, please like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know some looks you would like to see. Without further ado, let's get into this makeup look. Okay, let's get started on this look. I have already primed my eyes in my usual routine of Milani Conceal and Perfect and the Milani Eyeshadow Primer. Brows are on. I use the Maybelline Tattoo Studio and a little bit of the Wet n Wild Brow Pencil. And let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to be using the Urban Decay On The Run Mini, and Shortcut is this really pretty red cool tone color scheme, and ooh, I'm excited. I want to do something very red and very dramatic. This girl ain't done a dramatic look in I don't know how long. Too long, and I've got some other videos to film today, so let's get glam. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush first. This is a Morphe M441, and we're gonna go into the shade Shortcut and just start running that through the transition and crease. I'm really just going to keep building that shade up until I get it to the pigmentation level that I want. I'm taking it pretty high into the transition area, not quite to the brow bone except from this inner portion right here. Okay, next I'm going to take a Morphe M443 and we're going to go into the shade Rendezvous, which is the burgundy tone. We're going to start packing that towards the outer corner and blending in and going into the crease. So I have the pigmentation on just one side of the brush, and I'm just kind of depositing the color and then blending and pulling up and out. Okay, just on the tip now. Letting that blend into Shortcut. And bring it all the way across. The shades are really blending very nicely with one another. I'm gonna clean the brush off and go right back into Shortcut here. Just kind of blend these edges some. Really building that up right in here. I do want it to be quite dramatic and have lots of depth. I'm just gonna clean the brush off and blend right up here, the very edge by the brow bone. I think what I'm gonna do next is cut the crease just a little bit and just do kind of a half cut crease situation. I'm gonna have to use my little mirror for this so I can see what the, oh, I forgot there was a magnet on there. I was picking my necklace up with it. I start by following just my crease, and then I slowly start to bring it up a little higher to where I'm following more the socket line rather than just the crease. Just creating a nice little swoop. Now I'm just going to kind of tidy it up with a little bit more eyeshadow and blend these outer corners. Just perfect a little bit, put a little more depth around the edge. Just make it a little more perfect looking. So I'm going to go back into Rendezvous, this time with a Morphe 506. I'm going to start on this outer part. And kind of start blending it over. It doesn't have to be super perfect because we're still going to go in with a lid shade. I just want this little bit right here. And I want some darkness to just be right around cut crease. So if you can't get your lines like super smooth when you're doing a cut crease, this is kind of a little way of cheating it. My eyelids are hooded and they're kind of loosey-goosey, skin moves about and stuff. It's hard to get a super clean line. And this just kind of helps clean that up and make it look like you did. Just have a little patience. And that looks a little harsh, so what I'm going to do is just kind of softly blend it. And then take a little bit of Shortcut once again and just blend that edge. I'm going to jump back to my previous brush. I think I'm going to pull in a little more concealer and clean that up some more. I don't like the way it really looks. We're going to do a little back and forth. It happens. I'm just taking a little teeny brush now. I'm just getting right in here. Just smooth that out just a little bit. Better. Fun of makeup is it's not always going to come out perfect the first try. Sometimes it's a lot of back and forth to get things how exactly you want it. Like what you have in your head that you want to do. Just totally normal. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just keep going, trust the process, and keep at it, because it will eventually come together. Okay, I'm taking a Morphe M562 now with a little bit of Rendezvous, just because it's a little bit floppier. Just really blend that line, that edge right there. Get a good gradient. My best tricks for getting a even cut crease is to really relax your eye. Pay attention to where the folds are and everything, and just try to make sure they are even when they are fully relaxed. This might be just a tad higher than this one. So I do have a lot of asymmetry between my eyes anyway, so I try to do my eyeshadow as symmetrical as possible with. Alright, now let's take a little flat brush here. This is a Morphe 124. On the Morphe 124, we're going to take the shade Gash, which is the super like blood ready shade, and we're going to pop that onto the lid where we applied the concealer. Okay, that looks cool. Okay, I'm going to take a little M52. It's kind of a little flat, small, blendy brush guy. I'm going to take a little bit After Hours, and we're going to put that on the outer corner here. Oh, ew, no, never mind, don't like that. I'm just going to layer some Rendezvous over it. Oh, that was way too shimmery. Wow, I didn't realize that shade was going to be that shimmery. Okay, so yeah, let's just blend that out. A little Rendezvous. But now we gotta repeat on the other side, so they're even. I know it looks a little messy right now. Have faith. It's like I'm a little bit out of practice. I'm gonna take some more Gash and just kind of marry that in. I'm gonna do a little more blending, just a little perfecting, if you will. Right in here. I've cleaned this brush off. Just to make sure there's no harsh lines. And back to the larger fluffy brush. I'm gonna pull this out pretty far. So I know it looks a little crazy right now. Don't worry, when we clean up the fallout, it's gonna look good. So, before we do that, I am going to take the same little flat brush, clean her off. I'm gonna take just a touch of the shade Sin. I had to stop for a minute because I had a little like brush hair or something in my eye. I don't know what it was. It was a little tiny hair. I'm just going to take that right in this inner part. And I'm going to clean up the fallout, tidy up and create kind of a nice clean edge right out here, and then prime my lower lash line, and then we'll be back to do the lower lash line. Okay, see? All cleaned up. Looks so much better, doesn't it? Now I think we should do a little winged liner. I think I'm going to use black. Yeah, I'm going to use my Flash Cat. I haven't used her in a while. I haven't done liquid liner in a bit. This may not be very successful either. Pray for me. I'm just going to follow the line of the eyeshadow out here. I'll tidy that up a little bit with a Q-tip in just a moment. Alright, this is a pointy little Q-tip with some micellar water on it. Not saturated, just a little bit, just enough to clean up. Okay, the wing is on. Let's move on to the lower lash line. I'm going to prime them really quick with a touch of, I'm just going to put a little Milani Conceal and Perfect just right underneath the lower lash line. I just put a little dab. Just a dab will do you. And take my little brush I used to blend out concealer and just blend that down. Sometimes I go in with eyeshadow primer as well, just depending on the mood. Today we're just going to use concealer. You could also use the concealer to clean up your wing if you wanted to. Okay, now for the lower lash line, I'm going to take, let's see what little brush do I want to use. Where's that my little buddy? There it is. Take that little Morphe brush, been using the M52, and we're going to go straight into Rendezvous along the lower lash line, starting this outer corner and then coming across to create some depth. I'm going to try to focus most of the shadow on one side of the brush and have that facing up, and just start right out here, kind of tight to the lash line, and then I'll blend it as we go. That eye got a little watery because it had a little hair in it or something. So she's not one to blend as perfect. I kind of squinch my eyes when I do this. It helps somehow. Do like the French Stewart. Remember from that rock from the sun? I'm just slowly building that up and letting it flow into the wing. Now I'm going to take the 506 and go into Shortcut. Just go below that and blend. Just kind of hugging around my eyeball. That one eye is always going to water or be an asshole. I'm going to try and do a look. It's just the way she goes. Okay, I'm going to take my big blending brush. Just kind of make sure it's not a super harsh line right there. And I'm going to go on this little inner corner with, you know what? Let's take a little bit after hours, like right here, on the lower lash line. That'll be cool. Let's blend it out just a little bit of rendezvous. And on the innermost part, we're going to take Sin. And let it kind of flow over into After Hours. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera, put some lashes on, do my foundation, concealer, contour, and all that, and we'll be back for the finishing touches. Okay, skin is done. I have contoured, I've bronzed, the whole shebang, and I have put on lashes, touched up my brows. So last thing we need to do is highlight, blush, and lips. So let's go ahead and do some highlighter. Let me see which one I want to use. I think I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild. I'm just going to take that on the high points of the cheeks. These lashes look insane. I can't tell if they just look that insane because I haven't had lashes on so long, or if they really are. I mean, I did double stack a pair. Should have just done a single pair. And I'm also going to take this on the inner corner. Really bring some light in right there. And if my under eye eyeshadow looks different, this eye started watering like crazy and it was a whole thing. So kind of do some touch-up work and let it calm down in between. Alright, take this just under the brow, just right here. Makeup look is taking me way too long. I just think Step Neutral, so Sophisticated Sable from CoverGirl. I'm going to swirl into the two deepest shades and just right here on the back of the cheekbones. Touch on the nose. I'm going to hit my face with a little setting spray and we'll move on. For lips, geez, I have no idea what I want to do. I mean, you know I want to do like a blood red. Like, do we even have to talk about that? I know I want to use a red. It's just which one? Which deep blood burgundy red? There's this fucking lashes I was looking for. I already had some cut and I was looking for them, so I had to recut some different ones. It was a whole thing. Kiss of Death. Kiss of Death. They still have this at Walgreens, by the way, if you're interested in these, the Mega Liquid Cat suits from the Rebel Rose collection. They do have a few pieces of the Rebel Rose collection still in Walgreens, so, alright, I'm just gonna pop her on. I might buy a backup of this, because it's kind of that perfect burgundy. Wow, that was one of the most effortless, flawless, like, lip applications I've ever done. Proud of myself. Okay, let me go zhuzh my hair and be right back. Okay, and we are all done. Just flip my head upside down, sprayed a bunch of texture spray in it, flipped it back over. Yeah, kind of did a lot of this action to it. And ooh, I'm having a good hair day for once. Hell yeah. Anyway, this is the finished look using the Urban Decay Mini On The Run palette in Shortcut. Super vampy, super red, super dark and sultry, because that's what I was in the mood for. Girl, I needed some full-on gothy glam because it's been a while. It has been a while. And it's probably gonna be another while before I get to do this again. And yeah, I needed this. And I decided to kind of accessorize with some rose gold. I thought it looked pretty with it. I don't know. But anyway, this is the look all complete. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know some looks you would like to see. Do you want some more spooky looks, kind of goth inspired looks, or do you just want to see some everyday makeup? What are you into? let me know in the comments down below and I will see what I can do. That's all for today. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay spooky, stay safe. Bye now.